the reading portion of this video is for entertainment purposes only. I do want to take a moment and remind you that the statistics that I will be reading to you are real. Missing children happen every day. It's extremely sad and it's extremely dangerous. So please stay tuned to this video. I am going to do a brief trigger warning. We are going to be talking about Summer Wells' disappearance, but we're also going to be talking about missing children. If this is something that bothers you, I completely understand. I will see you guys on the next one. All right, so stay tuned for the reading of Summer Wells. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video today. If this is your first time here, welcome. Please think about sticking around, liking, commenting, and subscribing. Everybody else, thank you so much for being on this journey with me. We're getting closer and closer to my goal of 200 subscribers. I'm really looking forward to getting to 1,000, but right now we're on that roll to 200. So thank you guys for being part of this magic. I want to take a moment to remind everybody to comment, like, share, and subscribe, not just for myself. Do that for everybody in your life who's hustling, your fellow YouTubers, your small businesses, your mom and pop places, your friends. Help them out. This is worth its weight in gold. It takes less than 10 seconds to do all of this, and it's a huge help, a free, huge help to us. All right, so before I get into today's video about Summer Wells, I want to take a moment to tell you guys how much I love my earrings. These earrings, yes, they are mismatched, but that's how I wanted it today. These are by Melissa Blue Delish. Actually, this little doodad in the back are too. This little thing. Yes, by Melissa Blue Delish. And if you follow the link down in the description box and use the code LisaTebrinke, you will get 10% off of your purchase. Now, she also does lives several days a week, mostly on Saturdays, where you can get some of these amazing items and these beautiful deals. So don't wait. Go ahead and follow her stuff and make sure that you like, comment, share, and subscribe her beautiful items as well. All right, so if you didn't get the trigger warning, please really consider if you want to listen to this video. It is about missing children, and it can be very upsetting. We're going to be talking specifically today about Summer Wells and a bit about her missing aunt. But I want you guys to remember, very important to remember, that 2,300 children in the United States go missing per day. There's over 460,000 children missing per year in the United States alone. This doesn't count Canada, Mexico, or actually any of our territories. It's just the United States. So this is a terrifying fact. And all of these facts will be linked in the description box about where you can check out the sources. But real quick, it's Global Missing Children's, missingchildrens.org, the FBI, www.bicus.com, and of course, missingandexploitedchildren.org. So we have our facts. I've also worked with exploited children. I do work with exploited children in trafficking, and I have volunteered on several missing children's rescue missions in Iowa and Nebraska. So it's been a while since I've done it. But a missing child doesn't just happen. This is something that is incredibly terrifying. And very few cases of children going missing is an accident. Let me break down some of the statistics for you. So the highest percentage of children that go missing are taken by family members or friends of the family. This is anywhere from 70 to 75%. 15%. I'm sorry, less than 15%, less than 15 are abducted by strangers. The remaining percentage are accidental abductions, meaning children were taken during carjacking or other such crimes or things that are completely undefined. So the majority of children going missing is due to a parent, family member, or friends. This is incredibly terrifying, but working in the trafficking world, I understand the likelihood of children going missing and going into trafficking are due to family members. In fact, there is not a person that I have worked with that their family did not have a hand getting them into trafficking. So I want you guys to keep all of that in mind. So Summer Wells is a 5-year-old girl who has gone missing from Utah. As of today of this upload, July 7th, 2021, it is 11:31 p.m. There is no news about this child. They are also scaling back the investigation and they still have posts up, but this is getting to be beyond a search and rescue. This is going to be a recovery mission, or it's going to be a kidnapping. There's a lot of what ifs about this whole case. So Summer is the youngest child of Dawn Wells and Candace Bly. They live in an extremely remote place, and I think it's called Bear Creek. Bear Creek. I could be wrong, but I think it's Bear Creek. Again, all the details are out there, but we're gonna kind of be discussing some of the overall stuff and some of the coincidences and things that are a bit scary here. So Summer's parents both are convicted people. I don't remember if they're felons, but both of them have served jail time several times for anything from abuse to violence to stealing, armed robbery. So both of her parents are very familiar with the criminal court system. I think what makes this case ultra different than most of the other ones that you see is that Summer Wells's parents are not your typical parents that you see on television. This isn't normally what the media gives their attention to because they are lower class and seemingly less educated. And normally, these types of cases get completely ignored by the media. If you want to know who actually gets the attention, it's usually rich white people. And just look at any famous kidnapping case. This little girl, Summer, happened to be blonde hair and blue eyes. And there is something very weird about this entire situation that is generational. This isn't just scary in what's happening today, but Summer's family has a history of missing people in their family. Candace's sister, Summer's aunt, went missing in Wisconsin in 2009. Her name is Rosemary Bly. She went missing without a trace. Guys, this is astronomically incredible. There is no statistic that will have two members of the same family kidnapped or gone missing. Right now, they both have disappeared. No one knows where they are. They both have vanished without a trace. And the terrifying thing is, things like this don't just happen. It's a terrifying situation, and we don't know who is guilty and who is not. But apparently, Summer just disappeared off of her home, and there's so much around their house. Their house is not easy to get to. There is plenty of land and ranges and things that surround this land. They're actually kind of up on a hill. So, of course, people's first thought is she just wandered off. Usually, the simplest explanation is the correct one. And I still think there is a possibility that she wandered off. And no matter what type of search and rescue mission that you have, just because you covered every inch one day does not mean the next day something will be different. And this is something that we learn the hard way when we go out and look for missing children. Things change on a daily basis. And because you thought you went into every single foxhole and you covered every single square inch of land in this particular area one day, doesn't mean 3 hours later something is going to be completely different there. That is a very hard lesson to learn. And many people have been found just inches away from a rescue team. I hope this isn't the case, but I don't know. We're speculating a lot here on this video, and the facts of the case are real. This child is missing. Her aunt went missing. Both of her parents have a criminal past. But just because they have a criminal past and they are seemingly uneducated and seemingly don't have a lot of money does not automatically make them guilty. Okay? I want you guys to keep that in mind. Their parents, the parents of Summer Wells, may have absolutely nothing to do with her disappearance or her wandering off or whatever the case may be. Statistically, it is incredibly odd that this has happened twice in one family. But it doesn't mean that these two cases are connected at all. It's just odd. And I think a lot of people are being a little bit too harsh to the parents, especially the mother who does not want to speak to media because she does not want people to drag her through the mud like they already have. What I'm hearing is she's going on different boards and trying to find any information she can about her child. Guys, at the end of the day, there is a child missing. Instead of placing blame somewhere, we all need to do something collective as a whole and do something that makes more sense. And that is try to find the child and eliminate possibilities. People think it's completely impossible for Summer to have been abducted because of where they are and how someone just wouldn't drive up to their road. But of course people would drive up to their road. There are people who know that family. And one of the biggest things that I am getting extremely angry about that I'm hearing is apparently Summer was out of the mother and grandmother's sight for 2 minutes. And people say, how can this happen in 2 minutes? I challenge anybody who thinks that to go on to YouTube, go on to any sort of news outlet, or just Google child kidnapping times, and you will see how quickly a child can be abducted. It can happen in less than 30 seconds with people right there. That has been proven over and over and over again. And there are people right there when this child is taken. This has never stopped anybody before. So yes, a child can go missing in less than 2 minutes. It can happen in less than 30 seconds. So please get that through your minds. I also want to address a big elephant in the room. So, Don Wells' oldest son, Don Wells Jr., is a convicted felon for SA. Apparently, this was statutory, and his father believes that if things were different, charges never would have been pressed against him. Now, I'm having a difficult time finding the exact details about this whole situation, but his father, Don, admitted that this happened. So we know that there is some dangerous people in this family. And we know that there is a history of violence. But again, this doesn't always equal this, okay? We have to keep our heads straight. So, yes, it's a possibility that this child was kidnapped. Absolutely. Yes, it's a possibility that she wandered off. 100% absolutely possible. It's possible that she was killed and taken somewhere else. Yes, this is all possible. But the problem is there is no sign, no real tips. It's like this child vanished into thin air, just like her aunt. And before I get into this reading, I'm going to give you the TBI number. Make sure that if you have a real, substantial tip, to call them. Do not waste their time. They are there looking for a missing child. And they've had plenty of time wasted because if you call in a tip, they have to follow it up. So do not waste their time unless you have an actual honest to God tip. Okay? The number is 1-800-TBI-FIND. I will put that up on the screen so you guys can see that. The first question I'm going to have is Summer and Rosemarie's kidnappings, missing, whatever the case may be, are these two situations tied together? I get the Eight of Swords. Right now, you see a woman in the middle of the swords who looks and feels incredibly trapped, and it's all an illusion. So she can actually free herself from everything. She can get herself out of this situation. She can walk forward. She can walk backwards, side to side. She can get around this without getting cut. The illusion of danger is what's present here. And that's incredibly odd. I feel like there's a male presence involved in both of these. There's somebody who has been watching Summer for a very long time. She's only 5, but there's somebody that's been watching this child for a very, very long time. But this isn't connected. This is an illusion, okay? So what happened with Rosemarie is incredibly unfortunate and scary and astronomically impossible, but it happened, and they aren't connected. They just happen to be in the same family. So the illusion of an issue, a problem, something bigger between the two of them, it's just an illusion. It's not real. It's going to bring new life into Rosemarie's case. I do hope that somebody finds something about her. At this point, the likelihood of her being alive is slim to none. I'm not trying to be grave or disgusting or anything like that. I respect the people because this is real people. But knowing what I do with the stuff that I do and the statistics, likely, unfortunately, Rosemarie has passed. But I do hope that this will bring new life into her situation. And I do hope that someone can help her family find closure. Now, is Summer missing somewhere around the property? So this is the Three of Swords. And there are three possibilities that happened to her. All of them are extremely realistic, but nobody's saying a thing right now. Nobody. Okay, this is, you're up against a brick wall here, guys. There is no information coming out. Why is that happening? High Priest. It's a religious belief? What is this? They're not shining light on something because of a religious belief. The family. I don't understand what it is. I don't think it's like we're protecting the child, the son, the oldest son, the junior. That's not it. There's something here that, because of a religious view, a religious feeling, that they're not telling us everything. That is odd. They're locking up something. The truth has been locked up. That's the thing. Yes, there is something very foul that happened here. And the truth has been locked. And they're planning on throwing away the key. But you can always see the light in the background. The truth is going to come out. It will. But I don't think it will be for years. I mean, years. There's somebody that holds the key to this information. And I don't understand what this religious view is that would keep them from speaking what happened or what they believe happened. It may not even be, it's what happened. They definitely know more than what they're saying, and they are not saying it because of a religious belief. And they honestly believe in whatever this is, and they have fear. There's a fear-based thing here. Um, this is weird. It's a huge leap of faith. Now, this is not a traditional religion. This is an extreme, I would call Christianity. It's not paganism. It's not anything like that. It's not Buddhism. It's not Tao. It's not anything like that. It is a very specific religion belief that very few people follow. This doesn't have a lot of followers in this particular religion, but I mean, I'm seeing a huge leap of faith, but I'm also seeing, danger zones here. The truth is going to fall here. Okay? The sun is here the whole time, which is telling me that the truth is more powerful than the fear. The truth will come out. The light will be there. Um, the revelation is going to happen. I don't really understand what's going on here because this is the Lord. And it does feel like a person is like Lord of the manor, Lord of the town, Lord of the domain, whatever you want to say it. But it does to me look like this is a very old religion, but also really, it's not paganism. That's the thing that's really weird to me, is it's like a certain sect of Christianity that is more nature-based, but it's like the man's castle is real. It's the man's world is real. I don't know if that's making any, it's not making any sense to me. So when you get the star, it's usually telling you that there is either hope or hidden dangers. I think that not everything, it's not, it's an illusion. Not everything is cracked up to what it seems to be. It's a dream. I mean, maybe that's how they're feeling, but this is actually a chess game. There's something much deeper going on here that I honestly don't understand. I have not seen this energy before. I have not read this type of energy before. It seems very off, very odd. It's not, I don't know if it's like a cult. It just feels very old world, but very Christian and very prophetic. There is something going on here with prophecies. And these people believe it. Like, wholeheartedly, they believe that there is some sort of prophecy happening. I don't know if it's like an Armageddon thing. I don't know what it is, but they are not telling people outside of their tiny sect of their religious group, because it is very much like a sign of the end times. Like it's very, very, very odd to me. And I apologize because this is kind of all over the place, but I'm telling you, the truth will come out, and it's not going to be what you think, and it's not going to be pretty. There will be someone who suffers for this. There will be someone who suffers for this, but I can't tell you if this is going to be someone who is hanged in public opinion, the court of public opinion, or someone who's actually going to have charges filed against them. I really think they're going to be guilty in the court of public opinion. I don't think charges will ever be brought against the people who took her. Yes, somebody took her. Somebody in the shadows took her. And it was like, while you were sleeping, I took you. But she went willingly. She went willingly because she knew the person. Like I said, the majority of kidnappings are people they know. Now, could they be out there somewhere? Yeah. It's a young man who took her. This could be even a teenager, a child. 15, 16, 17. It's a child. It is a child who took her. He's an apprentice. So he was taken. He took her easily, very, very easily. But I don't think he understood what was happening. But I feel like he's an apprentice. I'm not going to answer if Summer Wells is alive or not. To me, that is, you guys can figure it out yourselves. The statistics are against her. The likelihood of her being alive diminishes every minute that she's gone. And it's a terrible, terrible thing. Sometimes this world is shit to live in. And when there's so many missing and exploited children, this is a strange amount of kids that just go missing every day. And I don't want you all to forget the nameless kids. Go and look on your state's database. Look at the missing kids. Look at them. Very few of them are actually runaways. Most of them have been kidnapped, sold into trafficking, had an accident. Look at these kids. These kids do not get the attention that some of these random cases do. And it's not fair. It's not right. And I can tell you, if it was my kid missing, I would be shouting from the rooftops, and I would be unbelievably like going 24 hours until I died. My dad used to tell me that if anything ever happened to me, he'd walk the earth until he found me. And if it meant he died trying, that meant he died trying. I would do the same thing. We're all different, but what we can all agree on is no child should ever go missing. Please, please, if you have a real tip, call the number. Please. Only if you have a real tip. All right, everybody, I hope you have a good day or night wherever you are in this world. Remember that every single day is a gift. Use your time wisely. I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.